Hi guys, Chris here from the Pissing Frog Brewery. Still not in South Yorkshire anymore. I do beg your pardon, excuse me. Right, it's a Thirsty Thursday. Actually, it's not. It's a homebrew Wednesday, but I have got a homebrew to drink, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of a beer review. I've got the old faithful Thornbridge glass. Gives me a plenty to get me schneck into. What we're going to do is Madness Brewing Company's Night Boat London Porter. Now I think this is done under sponsorship in conjunction, I suppose, with Madness. Obviously, Night Boats Cairo, etc. Last beer along the River Nile. 4.6%. Now I've had this for a while. It's in a 330ml bottle. Who makes it? It's brewed by the Portobello Brewery, and they are based at Mitre Bridge Industrial Estate, London, W10 6AU. Now I've already opened this. It was an impromptu beer review, so. Beery aromas coming off here, as it would be. It's a beer. So let's get it poured and stop pissing about, shall we? So there we go. It's a porter, so it's dark. It's dark outside. A bit more aggression on that. Let's get a head forming. Obviously, it's not bottle conditioned. It's conditioned in bright tanks, but it's dark beer. Bright tanks. Does that still work? Yeah, I suppose it does. Stop. It's very well carbonated, in fact. There we go, that's got rid of most of it. So, appearance dark, maybe a little bit of ruby at the edges. And you can see the light streaming through it. The head is a light tan. Doesn't take much for it to come back. Get a nose in on it on this. Smell those dark aromas, a bit of leather. A bit of roasty, not too much I don't think. I think I've seen this reviewed before by Grant, I think, and Terry Beer Goggles. There we go, a bit more. Yeah, we're getting some dark fruits in there now. Let's bring in the aroma up the glass. So I created a decent head. We've degassed that. It's almost a really dark sherry colour at the bottom where the light's coming through. So, good health. Light chocolate, very light chocolate taste, flavour. Nice bitterness, but I think that's coming mainly from the roast malts. There's nothing in that gives you an indication that it's 4.6%. And while 4.6% is quite sessionable, I think I could drink a few of these actually. Nice bitterness coating the mouth. A little bit carried from the hops, I think. Lightish mouthfeel. Yeah, I could drink more of that. In fact, I've nearly sucked it all. In fact, I'm going to finish it on camera. So, down the hatch. Gets a thumbs up from the Pissing Frog. I'll tell you what guys, that's reminiscent of something from my past. From a bitter from my past. Now where does that flavour come from? I'll be back. Sorry about that, it's only been a couple of seconds. I'm back with you. I'll tell you where that comes from. That flavour that I was speaking about that I couldn't quite put my finger on. It comes from John Smith's Magnet. That's where it comes from. It's that not powerful bittering. That's it's almost chewy. Really nice. I like that. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to give this is a two for the price of one. Sod this. We've started with a low ABV beer. We're going to ramp things up a little bit. The glass is a bit wet. Carbonation's alright, excuse me. I might have done this one, I'm not sure, but I'm going to do it anyway. Cocoa Wonderland, Thornbridge. I know what you're saying, Chris, with his Thornbridge beers, blah blah blah. They're good beers. If you haven't had a Thornbridge beer, be it on tap or be it out of the bottle, you need to try their beers. Some of them are excellent. Some of them are good, some of them are downright awful. One in particular, the Tart, their latest, their sour. Fucking hell, man, it's, oh no. Thornbridge, what were you thinking about? So anyway, shut up, let's get this cracked. Nice little hiss. This is a chocolate porter. So we've gone from a typical London porter to a chocolate porter. This weighs in at 6.8% ABV. Bigger bottle, obviously, 500ml bottle. Yeah, 6.8%. And of course, in Thornbridge's inimitable style, no indication as to what's in there, apart from malt, hops, water, yeast. Oh. Right. This one, I can tell you straight away for the aroma, whereas this one, there wasn't much on the nose coming out of the bottle. Imagine, if you will, when you're a kid, you open the top, you open the top of a Cadbury's drinking chocolate tub, tin, whatever, and take a sniff. It's very, very similar. Whereas there's a lot of sweetness, sugar in that, etc. And there's not as much in that, but the aroma is reminiscent of that. It's getting up to 8.5 minutes. In fact, it's gone past 8.5 minutes. That is what this is. So let's get it poured, shall we? Excuse the wet glass. Similar in colour to the previous, to the London Porter, the Night Boat Porter. Very, very similar in appearance, all the way through from the liquid to the head. Bigger head on this one. Ooh, that cleared quite quickly. So we've got a 1.5 finger nice tan head. That chocolate, drinking chocolate aroma carries through on that as well, through the cap. It's all about chocolate with this, obviously being a chocolate porter. Good health, guys. More carbonation than the last one, sweeter than the last one, and that aroma is matched in flavour. So you get that drinking chocolate type taste to it. And there's a good bitterness that is at the back of your tongue. It's a light mouthfeel, lighter mouthfeel. But that bitterness is quite strong. You get that initial sweetness as you take a sip or take a swallow, a mouthful, and then that bitterness comes in once the air gets back into your mouth. Wow. Dark nights, darker beers. Not always with the Pissing Frog, but we like to mix it up a bit. Apart from the fact that I've just the AOPSI, the Mexican cerveza that I did, that kicked 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago. So we've had 2 dry nights, which is what the doctor ordered, or advised I should say. And there's a different aroma there now. Bit of stone fruit. Excuse me, good carbonation as always. But the chocolate is actually, it could be cocoa rather than drinking chocolate. No, the cocoa is a little bit too bitter. It's definitely a drinking chocolate aroma. So with that, you've got your twofer at 12 minutes. We better go, otherwise the YouTube police will be on our backs and kicking our proverbial butts. No music in the background. What have we got to tell you? Other than that, we've got, I'm trying to plan a brew on Sunday, but I've got some things I've got visits to do, or we've got visits to do I should say. We've got the granddaughter with us on Saturday night, so I think what we may do is we may take her with us when we go and visit the rest of the family. But we're going to try and do a quick brew this weekend, if we can, quick enough anyway, and maybe one the following weekend and the weekend after, so 3 brew weekends. If not this, if I don't manage it this weekend, it's going to have to be Friday and Saturday, or Friday and Sunday next weekend, and then the following weekend we'll do another brew, or maybe 2, depending if I can get my arse into gear and get over to Harry's, because I'm running low on malts. So I'll bid you farewell. I'm off ski. Dinner's in the oven, that's what you can probably hear in the background. And Gert's home, dog's been walked, etc. It's time to chill. You all have a pleasant evening. I'll catch you all, as always, on the flip side. Please don't hesitate to comment, thumb up the video, and subscribe. The button is down here somewhere. Little red rectangle, it says subscribe in it. Click. And then you won't miss out on whatever lunacy I come up with, or boring twofers. 14 minutes gone. I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate your participation. Take care for now. We will catch you all. Laters. Bye.